might be beneficial to the president, in that the distraction of all this drip, drip, drip surrounding the investigation into Russia might not be happening, at least in the short term. It would be compartmentalized in the Department of Justice with this special counsel. Of course, Senate leaders are saying, no, we're going to continue our investigation. House leaders are saying we're going to continue our investigation. But we'll see what happens. In terms of the president, in terms of his aides, this is something they're going to really look inward and say, did we cause this ourselves? The firing of FBI Director Comey, I think, amped up a lot of the tension around this investigation. People started asking questions. Why did he do this? Why did he fire Comey? Did he do it because of the Russia investigations? And then, of course, Trump said what he said on another network's interview last week by saying Russia was on his mind when he fired Comey. And then, of course, the memo that became public yesterday that suggested that President Trump tried to, shut down this investigation, at least into Michael Flynn, his former national security advisor. So they might be asking themselves, did we do this to ourselves? Was this a self-inflicted situation in which we caused the Justice Department to react this way to what we said and did?
Well, Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, as you know, is going to be briefing the Senate on Thursday behind closed doors. How important is that testimony going to be for President Trump and also for even Rosenstein himself?
Well, I think that really was just sort of to answer senators' questions about what had happened in terms of Comey's firing. And I think the expectation was Democrats were really going to hammer him on his memo that he wrote when Comey got fired last week, and really sort of hammer him on actually doing what he did today, which is coming up with a special counsel. I think the tone is going to be a little bit different, at least among Democrats, who are probably going to be virtually hugging the guy for doing what they've been saying that they wanted for weeks and months, which is get a special counsel out there. And then the fact that it's Robert Mueller, somebody who's so well respected by both sides of the aisle, I think Democrats are going to want to shake his hand tomorrow when he shows up to the Senate. Republicans may have some questions. There are likely still some Republicans who are going to be asking the question, why do you need to do this? There are 3 investigations going on right now, 2 in Congress and 1 with the FBI. What is the point of all of this? But then there are others who have come out and said this was a good move and Mueller was a great pick. So I think the tone's going to be a little bit different at this meeting tomorrow than it would have been before Rosenstein made this announcement today.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Well, Texas Republican Congressman Mac Thornberry told the Wall Street Journal this week, quote, "I am worried, concerned that continual political drama will drain the energy away from real accomplishments." How do these continued investigations affect the GOP's plans to move forward on things like health care and tax reform?
Well, it's taking up all of the news cycle. It's taking up all of the discussion on Capitol Hill, and you see what happens every time another bombshell drops. Whether it's the question of what classified information was given to Russian officials when they visited the Oval Office, or whether it was the Comey memo that came out yesterday. This is the kind of stuff that sort of takes up the discussion, has Republicans wondering what they need to do next politically. Instead of thinking about policy and how to move forward with policy, they're dealing with really answering questions about these, again, self-inflicted issues that President Trump is bringing on. And so, as I said, maybe if the congressional investigations draw down a little bit or turn down a little bit because of the special counsel, maybe that actually in the short term is helpful to the president and getting the Congress to focus on policy. If they're not focused on, again, the drip, drip, drip of this investigation, perhaps they can talk about tax reform and health care, at least for the next few months. Again, the downside for a special counsel is perhaps they come up with some sort of criminal prosecution for the president.
Pretty big downside.
but that's a long-term problem for him. I think in the short term, again, if these congressional investigations go dark, as some fear, that actually politically might be better for Republicans in the short term because they can focus on actually getting some things done on Capitol Hill.
It's interesting to think about that. Well, the Washington Post reports Wednesday on comments from House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy. He reportedly told colleagues last year, quote, "I think Putin pays President Trump." Now, McCarthy said that it was an attempt at a joke. Do we think we're going to be hearing much joking like that?
Well, I mean, I don't think you'll be hearing it now. And I think, consider when it was said and consider that, looking at the transcript, it seemed like there was sort of a few ha-has in there. And, this is one of those stories that I think if Rod Rosenstein didn't announce a special counsel that we'd be talking about, I don't think it has any major impact on anything that's going day to day in terms of this investigation. If it was really Kevin McCarthy cracking a joke about President Trump, then it's Kevin McCarthy cracking a joke about President Trump. Is there, did Kevin McCarthy have any kind of evidence to show what he's saying? It sounds like he does not. It sounds like what was going on there was that he was trying to be funny.
All right, Steve Chaggaris in Washington for us. Steve, thanks so much.
Thanks, Elaine.